Hey, what's going on, gaming minion? Shh, I better be quiet. Chun-Li is next door. She's getting ready to prepare a thunder fast to squash my body in half. But I'm into that though, innit, fam? Welcome back to another episode, innit, of a Gamer Mini interview for my wonderful, gorgeous, wonderfully subscribers, whether you know them or whether I'm going to introduce you to them. This next YouTuber I'm about to introduce you to, that we're going to welcome you all to, is pretty much a good old friend of mine. We go back, way back in the day. No, not that far. A little bit more further than that. Yeah, that's about right. Honestly, this next YouTuber is so wonderful that if any of you actually give him beef, grief, or starting him in any way, anywhere in the world, whoever you are, I'll smash your face in with Donkey Kong's barrels, innit? And I'm pretty sure I'll actually have a wonderful celebration with Donkey Kong himself in munching on those bananas, fam. No racial intent needed.
Sorry, Donkey Kong. You're just not a draw anymore.
I introduce you to ZakPak, my friends.
Hey Dr. Virtual, thank you so much for having me on this the YouTuber mini interview series that you do. I'm very excited to be answering the questions that you have for me today, and whenever you're ready, let's get started, man.
Zak, it's an absolute bloody pleasure to have you part of this wonderful Gamer Mini interview series. I figured that, you know, I've known you for quite some time, and I feel like Hello YouTuber pretty much was an old episode, and it's pretty much an old thing on my account now. This is probably the new way forward, and I want to introduce many and any YouTubers that I can. It's just my way of actually helping out other YouTubers, isn't it? Because I'm just generally a nice, caring, lovable person. Something which is quite rare to see in these days, especially on YouTube, because a lot of people are in it for themselves, because some people can't stop thinking about money and subscribe again all the damn time. Of course, that's not all the YouTubers, just the greedy mugwits out there. Alright then, let's get this actual party started then, shall we? Question number one, what is your ambition for yourself on YouTube?
So my main ambition for YouTube really is to create a viewer base that I can interact with, and I've already started to do that. I have a Discord channel where I talk to my viewers and all that, and I think it's really, really cool to be able to talk with the people who watch my videos and like get their suggestions for like what I should do. I absolutely love it. I actually even doing a video where I took, like, one of my viewers gave me like an idea for Nintendo's E3, and I went through and I read their idea, and it's like, I love that kind of viewer engagement stuff, and that's what I really strive for when it comes to my YouTube channel. To be able to become a decent enough size to where I can have that viewer engagement and like do all that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff, and I really want to do a Q&A video kind of thing on my channel, but I've never had enough people really interested in me to ask me questions on a Q&A.
Now that's one reason why I took off the Q&A on my channel many moons ago. It's mainly because I didn't really have much of a big audience subscriber or viewership in order to be interesting to be asked questions. If there were any questions asked, I would actually put it in a save slot and maybe do a Q&A sort of video after, but pretty much I don't really get any questions.
So that's the kind of stuff I strive for, to be able to get enough viewers to like really engage and like do all that kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff, man.
Could you name at least 3 things that you hate on YouTube?
Oof, and now we're going into the dark side of YouTube with this one. 3 things I hate. Well, one, funny enough, you did a video on it not too long ago, clickbait.
Did I really? Hang on, let's have a remembrance day. 1 second.
Clickbait videos. Clickbait videos are just scum. The scummy content of YouTube.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's a kind of clickbait that I kind of do that's kind of like, oh, Luigi Mansion got the new logo. What is it? Like that kind of clickbait, that's fine. But like the clickbait where it's like they put something in the thumbnail that is completely misleading to what is in the actual video, or they're like, oh, leaks, super rare info, like legit, you know, like that kind of stuff. Like that kind of stuff I hate. Like, I'm not gonna name any names, but we all know who I'm thinking, I think.
Yep. Clickbait is definitely up there on one of my most hated things about YouTube. Yep. Ticking that off the list. Ding!
They do Smash leaks and Nintendo Direct leaks every single week. I've done a couple of them because they're fun to go over, but I don't review every single leak that's out there. So it's really one of those things where it's like people are doing it obviously for the views and obviously for the clicks. So clickbait's the first thing. And buying subscribers, man, you have to reach a real low to literally want to purchase subscribers. You're buying people that aren't even going to watch your content. You know, when it comes to YouTube, it isn't about how many subscribers you have. It's about how many views you have. So buying subscribers is completely pointless unless you magically buy 200 subscribers that are actually interested in your content.
Excuse me, Mr. Nobody on YouTube. I'm thinking about buying you to actually give my account a bit of a boost. I'm going to buy you out so you don't have to watch my videos or nothing. All intents and purposes, I just want to show that I've got a bigger subscriber gain. What are you talking about, Dr. V? This is a racial thing?
You know, like, that's the second thing that annoys me.
Honestly, what kind of a moronic person just thinks that buying YouTubers is necessarily a good thing in any which way? Okay, and the second thing I hate as well, ding, YouTube. I hate that kind of trash as well. I'll make a video on it one day. I might skit it as well while I'm at it.
And the third thing that annoys me is arrogance. I absolutely hate arrogant YouTubers who are so stuck up and cocky and think they are all that. You know, like, if you have 1 sub or 1,000,000 subs, if you're cocky, I hate you and I'll hate your content. Personally, that's how I am.
Arrogance in YouTubers. Let me tell you something right now. If there was a Thanos snap from the Infinity Gauntlet that could get rid of the arrogant YouTubers, just like, boom, I can guarantee you pretty much over a lot of YouTuber channels will be just gone. Ding! What are some of your favourite cartoon shows?
Ooh, this is a tough one. You know, when I was growing up, you know, I was born in the year 1998, so I'm 20 years old. Nearly 21, hey. But really, when it comes to cartoons, I actually watched a lot of older cartoons. I watched, like, Tom and Jerry, the old Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry. Yes!
I watched Scooby-Doo, you know, the original 1969 Hanna-Barbera cartoons of Scooby-Doo.
The old amazing, awesome Scooby-Doo shows. Yes!
Then, you know, I also watched some of the 90s cartoons, like Dexter's Laboratory, amazing one. I've watched Ed, and Eddie, so a lot of, like, the Cartoon Network-esque shows.
Cartoon Network of the 90s. Excuse my language here, but it's purely for awesome intent. Fuck yeah!
You know, I also watched some of the 2000 stuff, like I loved Total Drama Island. Like, that's one of those shows that's probably pretty unpopular because of its weird, gross humor, but that defined the 90s and early 2000s, really. Yeah. So those are the cartoons I love to watch. Basically, think Cartoon Network cartoons. But I also did dabble in, like, SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents, like the early 2000s Nickelodeon cartoons, that kind of stuff.
So then, what video games define your childhood? What you looking for there, good old mate? What you looking for there, Zach, man? What are you looking for?
Video games that define my childhood. There's a lot of them, but to save you time, I'm going to only choose 5. And those 5, well, I'm going to bang 3 in a row, which are the first 3 video games I ever played. When I was younger, I got an original Xbox, because I grew up with the 6th generation, Gamecube, Xbox, PS2. That's what I grew up on. And these were the first 3 games I ever got. Not these specific ones, because obviously these are the GameCube versions. But my first 3 games were Shrek 2, Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem, and my personal favorite, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. These were the first 3 games I ever played. And I honestly stand by that all 3 of these games are good. But Battle for Bikini Bottom is an amazing 3D platformer, underrated as heck, and if you've never played it, then you probably don't understand. Because so many people would be like, it's a SpongeBob SquarePants game, how can it be that good? But boy, it's a great platformer. I'd even say up there with Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64. That's how good it is. I stand by that, and I'm adamant on that. The next game I'm going to show you is this game, Mario Party 6. I love this game to death. This game was the party game that defined my childhood. Like, really. I still remember the first time I ever played it. I played on Towering Treetops, the board, with my stepbrother at the time, Joey, and I was like probably 6 years old. Probably like actually 7, 8 years old. And, you know, this was the new Mario Party at the time, and it was the first Mario Party I'd ever played, and boy, I loved it. So much that I spent a lot of money last year and got the big box version for my collection. I love it. It is a great party game. If you've never played it, you don't know what you're missing out on. Get a couple friends, get a GameCube, get this game. It is good fun. And then the last game I'm going to show you that defined my childhood is this gem right here. I talk about this game all the time on my channel. Luigi's Mansion. It is my favorite game of all time. It is. It's my favorite game of all time. And rightfully so. It is a fun game. Short but sweet. And, you know, if you live in the UK or anywhere in Europe, you get the fun version, which is actually this version, the PAL region version, which actually has a completely different hidden mansion mode once you beat the original game. And this game, honestly, when I first played it, I was scared to death of it. Like, I was creeped out as a kid. But it's a Mario game. It's such a different, unique game that it's just so it's so good. And actually, I'll talk about the sequel in a little bit. But the first game, nothing can beat it. This game definitely defined my childhood.
About the Shrek one, I remember playing that many moons ago, only once at my best mate's house at the time in London, and I thought it was, I can't remember exactly too much about it, but I thought it was an alright game. I thought it was alright. I didn't have any issues with it, and that's one of the things what I love about your content as well. Is like, man, you feel so passionate. You talk with passion about some video games that you love. What are your top 3 qualities regarding your personality?
3 qualities for my personality. I'm gonna keep this one short and simple. Humble. I try to stay humble. I try to love and, you know, and all that stuff, and, you know, I try to make sure that everyone's happy, everyone likes what I'm making. I'm a people pleaser, so I really want to make content that people like. Even if they don't agree with my opinion, that they at least say that was a good video. So that's another thing. And I'm also a little bit flamboyant, I guess. You can see, I'm very loud, I move my hands a lot, I'm a little bit jittery, I move a lot, so I'm pretty flamboyant in my gestures and in my tone and my personality. And I kind of like that. It makes me a little more of a unique guy, because most guys are very, you know, woof, and I'm kind of like, hey, how you doing? I'm Zach. But yeah, so those are my 3 personality traits.
Yeah, I really do love that, you know, humble, flamboyant, people pleaser. I've been a people pleaser for many moons of my life. I'm happy personally for myself, I stopped doing that big time. But flamboyant, I would much rather have someone who's more energetic, more movement style type of thing, rather than just, just sitting there sort of stiff, not doing nothing, instead of just being, oh, hello guys, how are you doing today? Today I'm going to be reviewing, I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing, but yeah, you see the problem with being so dull and lifeless? I'd much rather have a flamboyant personality to someone to talk to who's a bit more energetic and a bit more movemental, if that even isn't a word. More movement, you know what I mean? More active. I prefer that personally anyway. If you could have a fight with any video game character, who would you choose?
Oh boy, if I could choose a fight with any video game character, this one is going to be interesting. Have you guys ever played Left 4 Dead? A zombie game on the Xbox 360? Great game. Definitely my favorite game from that generation. But I would like to fight a witch. For those of you who don't know, a witch in Left 4 Dead is a girl, like a woman, who's this creepy girl. She's like singing and crying, and she's sitting in a corner. Your goal is to avoid her at all costs. But if you're daring, you can go in and attack her, and you'll most likely die. That's the character I want to fight. So I'm either going to really prove a point, or I'm going to die trying. I think that's a good way to live life, right?
Bloody hell, the witch from Left 4 Dead. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of just certain women in general, to be honest, especially some of the ones that I've known in my life. They pretty much are the witches from that game, only they're just a lot worse. Don't shoot me in the head. Don't remove my testes and my penile for that one, ladies. I'm just stating an obvious fact of observation of life experience. Don't hate me too much. I love you all, really. I really do. I'll buy you a car. I'll buy you a teddy. I'll buy you a chocolate or whatever you want. I'll buy you a factory. Just leave me alone. What is one game from this next list you would like to see erased from history? And you must choose one. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Immortal Kombat, and of course, Street Fighter. Make your choice.
Oof, this one's really hard. This one's ridiculously hard. Not because I'm in love with all of these games. In fact, I'm really not a big fan of any of them. But each one of them does have a kind of legacy, does have something, some sort of impact on the gaming industry as a whole. GTA, for instance. GTA, I mean, to me, GTA is my favorite of the lot, particularly GTA 5, not because it's anything really spectacular or amazing, but because the multiplayer is just so fun, so replayable. Call of Duty, it was really one of the first series, yearly series beside Pokemon to really grow in popularity. And the Zombies mode, to me, is one of the most fun things ever if you have a good group of friends. Then you have Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, which are iconic fighting games that are obviously still going to this day and very, very popular. But if I had to choose one to be wiped off the face of the earth, I would probably say Call of Duty. Mainly because Call of Duties, they're getting shoved out now. The only Call of Duty I actually really like is Black Ops, the original, Black Ops 1.
But the numbers, Zach, what do they mean?
I also kind of like Modern Warfare 3, but anything after that, to me, is kind of forgettable. And also, it's just not as replayable as GTA 5. And Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter are just so iconic. You can't get rid of them. Fighting games would not be the same without those games, really.
Do you worry about voicing your opinion on YouTube? TubeTube?
You know, I used to worry about voicing my opinion on YouTube. I used to when I was starting out. Especially nowadays, you know, where most of my content revolves around these two games, Luigi's Mansion and Luigi's Mansion 2, or Dark Moon, as it's known here in America. You know, because I have, you know, like, when it comes to these two games, a lot of people have opinions on the Luigi's Mansion series. Some people like this one more than this one, some people like this one more than this one, some like both, some like neither. It's a really interesting community. It's kind of like the Paper Mario community. But I personally don't like this game very much because it was so different than this game that I grew up loving. So, when I expressed my opinions on that, at first I was like, oh my god, I'm going to be lynched for not really liking this game. But once I got more comfortable, it actually showed that more people actually agreed with me. And even those that didn't agree with me, they weren't rude about it. They were like, oh, you have a different opinion. That's interesting. That's cool. So it's really interesting to see, you know, how expressing my opinion really actually grew my channel a lot. A lot of people love when I talk about the differences between these two games and how the third game, you know, like, relies heavily on what decisions Nintendo makes and what they bring back from these first two games. So my opinion has actually really opened up my YouTube channel, and I am so happy that I decided to vocally express my opinion on certain things. And it's not just Luigi's Mansion, it's everything. Nintendo, Mario Party, all that stuff. and I'm very happy that I decided to go down that route of expressing my opinion openly.
Yeah, just like some people prefer the PS1 over the PS4, PlayStation 4, or they prefer the original Xbox to the Xbox One, or some people prefer the N64 over the SNES, some people prefer the NES over the SNES, Mega Drive over Dreamcast, Dreamcast over Gamecube, Gamecube over Dreamcast, you know, things like that really get under people's skin, which is quite pathetic. Because as soon as you have a different opinion, considering the fact you are your own individual and you have a different perspective on video games and or systems that you're actually playing on, yeah, how dare individuals have an opinion about something else that may trigger certain butthurt, anal crybabies out there. How dare we have an opinion on video games? Oh, bloody hell. And I'm really happy for you, Zach, my man. On one point that's a little bit off topic right now. It is on topic, but at the same time, I'm just throwing this in there. If you so much say you don't like a game that is very much loved by the majority of the flipping universe of gamers, that is when the real effects of anal people start floating out in tears and get ultra defensive. It's pathetic in that regard, isn't it? Oh, I don't like this game. Why not? It just doesn't, it's not my cup of tea, you know, I don't really like playing it. You're pathetic, you're not a real gamer. Get off planet Earth. Go and kill yourself. It's stupid, some people, isn't it? Even if they don't go that far, they still get flipping defensive and butthurt. So much butthurt you can actually heal all the pricks and cactuses inside their anal. Have you met anybody on YouTube you can call a friend, buddy, chum, or even an acquaintance? Acquaintance, how quaint.
Yes, actually, I've met quite a few YouTubers, in person and not, that I truly do consider friends. Every single year, with the exception of 2017, I've gone to a game convention called Too Many Games. And it's a great convention, and literally every single one of my YouTube friends basically goes there. This year's a little bit different, but the past 2 years, I've met so many of my YouTube friends. And this year, you know, even though there's only 3 of us going that I'm sure of that are going, it's still going to be a fun time because we're together and we're friends. The 2 people I'm going with this year, I met back in 2015, and I've known since 2012, 2013. So I've known these people for so long that doing this, going to meet them again, is awesome. And I love getting to meet the people that I've known for so long. You know, it's just one of those things that it's so amazing. The connections that you can make on YouTube. Let's take you, for instance, Dr. Virtual. You and I have known each other for years. We've known each other since the beginning of, well, at least my channel. I don't think I've known you since the beginning of yours, because I just started in 2012, but, you know, like, and I was on one of your Hello YouTuber things way back in the day. That's how I remembered you. And it was like, it's just one of those things where it's like those connections you make through YouTube. It's awesome.
Oh, stop. You're too kind. Stop. No, actually, please, keep going. I'm loving this. I'm loving it.
I love it.
Do you have high hopes for yourself and the gaming industry along with your YouTube channel?
When it comes to my channel and gaming as a whole, I have high hopes. You know, with my channel, for instance, I plan on doing so much when it comes to Nintendo news and gaming as a whole, and, you know, hopefully that comes across really well in my videos, past, present, future. As for gaming as a whole, you know, like I have a lot of disappointments with the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One, being that those are the current gen systems that I have. You know, Nintendo releasing half-finished games like Mario Tennis, Mario Party, Splatoon 2, Kirby. You know, those are all basically half-finished games, or at least they were when they launched. And the Xbox, where are their games? They really don't have any. You know, and they have this amazing, most powerful system on the market, but no real first-party games to go along with it. You know, so if you already have a PS4, why would you get an Xbox One? Even if it is the most powerful system, you can just get those games on PS4. Won't look as amazing, but who cares, really? You know, HDMI to, you know, like to 4K is not that big of a jump. It's not like, oh my god, I notice every single little thing better. It's noticeable, but not that noticeable. So I have high expectations that maybe Nintendo will pump out some quality games and have them be finished at launch, and hopefully Xbox will start getting some first-party games coming again. And yeah, hopefully that answers all your questions there, Dr. Virtual. I was so happy to do this video for you. Hopefully you had a good time, and yeah, thank you guys all for watching. And I was going to be sending some people over here from my channel, so if you're from my channel, make sure to subscribe to Dr. Virtual, give him some love, great guy. Yeah, again, thank you for this opportunity, Dr. Virtual, and I'll see you guys later.
You see what I mean? Zach is a flipping awesome guy, a gentleman, a flamboyant, kind soul. He's awesome. Kind words thrown my way. I love it. It feels good being appreciated. So it's an absolute pleasure, my pleasure, to have you, ZakPak, part of a wonderful series that I'm very proud and grateful that I actually started to help other YouTubers. You know, it was just in me to just help other people, isn't it? Because I genuinely, what's that word? C-A-R-E, about other people. It's not really that difficult to put into practice, especially, if I may say so, being humble, I'm rather good at it, to be honest. So, wonderful gaming minions. So, gaming minions, we are now the 4th episode in, and ZakPak, please, just go over to his account. What's stopping you from doing it? What's stopping you from going over to his account and clicking on that channel? Yeah, that's what I thought. Nothing. So go and do it. Please. I'll give you some money. Hang on, look. See, look, I'll give you some candy. Oh, it's smart as chocolate. These make you smarter, but I don't need to eat these to make you smarter. Hang on a minute. Blue. Alright then. Here we go. Would you take the blue pill or the red pill? Let's have a look. Oh, I guess I got the red then. Cool. Words cannot seem to justify just how awesome the connections I have with the following YouTubers I've actually given this amazing honour to, of actually being part of this community that little bit more by me just asking 10 simple questions. You see, it's more than just questions. I'm actually getting to know you individuals. I came up with this series to get to know you a little bit more, and because I wanted to, and because I like helping others. I want to make you feel part of the community, and it's just my way of actually just me being me, and I love it. So who have we had? We've had Subscribe Me Highs. We have had the wonderful, beautiful, and savagery Ray Killam. We've had the sweet, awesome, bubbly Beast. She's lovely. And now we've had the amazing Luigi's Mansion ZakPak drawn into the pack. It's absolutely brilliant to have these wonderful, amazing YouTubers part of the community. They're genuine content creators. They love gaming. They have their own personality, and pretty much I'm sure they all owe me money. It's called something called tax. Friendship tax, YouTube tax, viewer tax, subscriber tax, whatever tax it is, just give me the money. All apart from the women, because I love you really. So, for those of you, please kindly consider go over to ZakPak's channel. I'm pretty sure you'll love his account, and get to know ZakPak as well as a person, because he's a really genuine, awesome guy. He does have his own Discord. I am actually part of it. Thank you very, very much, Zak, for actually inviting me and making me feel part of the community by just giving me those wonderful little shout outs and mentioning me. It really does not fall on deaf ears with me, because I genuinely remember when people actually say those kind of words to me. It's very meaningful to me in here, so thank you ever so much, wonderful fellow gaming minion from across the sea. Hope you enjoyed your time in the United Kingdom. I'm happy you didn't get mugged. Luckily, I'm thankful for that. Anyone who does that, I'll flip and knock him out. But in any case, caring, drop down. In any case, take good care of yourselves, fellow gaming minions. Hope you enjoyed this wonderful episode of Gamer Mini Interview. May retro gaming live on, and I'll see you next time.